Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here, a little midday money on a Money Monday. Welcome on in. October the 10th. How's everybody doing today? Hope you had a nice weekend essay. Nice winning Sunday. Put another winner in the books there for me. Nice 8-4 day, I think, I win NFL. I'll take it. Not shocking to have a good NFL season. Dogs are hitting 60% on the year, under 60%. We like it. We like it. So, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Max Wager, winner free picks. Welcome on in. Twitter universe, Mr. Sean Higgs. Everything's posted on the Twitter world. In case you're on Twitter, come in, say hello. The 7-day steal is underneath, and I threw it in the chat early. So if you're on YouTube or Twitter, you got it in there. But let's get into some recapping kind of stuff here. Baseball, college football, 24-20 in the video, 395, 55 and 50 overall college football season. Baseball 204 and 204 plus 2765. We'll talk about some futures here coming up, what I got bet already. And NFL 12 and 14 in the video. I got to get this. We got to get right on the video picks here. This is killing me. I mean, the regular season, we're crushing it, but I can't pick the right game here for the chat. I throw it in here. It's a loser, and I apologize. Chiefs over 51.5 tonight is the play. And we do have some player props up as well tonight. I threw out. People are going to ask. Anytime touchdowns. Devontae. You know, I'm not going to go Kelsey or Hilaire because that's minus money. So I'll go my guy, Marcel Hardman. I've been on this guy for a couple of years waiting for him to deliver in a big spot for me. I'm still waiting. And Kelsey, 2 or more TDs, 2-1. So there is that. And that's a wrap. We're out of here. Everybody have a good day. Who am I kidding? Let's talk some baseball real fast, and then we'll jump into everybody's chat. Phillies, Braves series lines here. These are all off BetMGM. The BetMGM promo is in the chat as well. It's a $1,000 risk-free bet. Can't really go wrong with that. All right. Although you probably already have the BetMGM app, but if you don't, these are BetMGM odds. Philly series 165. Now, I actually kind of like the Phillies here in game 1. I haven't bet it. You know, Fried is not he's all right versus the Phillies. I want to do Phillies in the over here in game 1. Again, these are series prices here, folks. These are the series prices. I know people are going to pop in and be like, what's going on here? That's the line. These are series odds. Dodgers are 23-5 versus the Padres. Me and Tim were just talking about this off air because you could get the Dodgers in 3 games, 4 games, or 5 games. I think you're 375 for the sweeper, right? Was it 375? Plus $3 on.
I have 350 and then 300 on the other two.
300 on a 3-1, and I had a 325 at a winning in 5 games here. So if that's the case, I think the Dodgers are going to win. You put 100 on them to win in 3, 4, or 5 games. At worst, you're making a little bit of money at 3-1 on everything. So if they win in 2 games, you're picking up $3 with your $3 bets, but you're really making $1 there because you're getting your initial bet back. So Dodgers look like as long as they win, you can guarantee yourself a couple bucks there. I do like Dodgers run line game 1 tomorrow. I'll definitely take a shot on the Indians tomorrow and for the series. Now tomorrow's game, will I be shocked if the Yanks win tomorrow? No. That won't shock me here. But I got Bieber, McKenzie lining up games 2 and 3 versus Cortez and maybe Sevy or Talon. I think this could be a series. And a plus 180, I think it's worth a shot. And also, if the Yanks win game 1, these odds will adjust, and you can get a little better, bigger number on Cleveland as well there. So, it's something to think about. And Seattle, Houston. We like the Mariners. And I said, Cleveland and Seattle, we talked about them on Sunday after they won. I'm like, well, game one, I got Seattle plus $2 and Seattle 225, Cleveland plus $2, and I got under both of these games, 7.5 for Cleveland and 6.5 for Seattle. Seattle's up against it here against Houston. Houston is just unders all game. I know they'll probably drop down to 6s, but this Houston pitching staff, starters and relievers, very good. Very good, very good, very good. Dodgers World Series, still alive. Cleveland, we did cash. This is early, so we did this, and I guess this was at the All-Star break we did these. Goose for a Cy Young. That's a loser there. He got hurt. There's some nice losers. Yeah, Pete Alonso. Sox. Well, losers in there. And then we came back here. Verlander at 230. Ohtani, Burnsy, and O'Reilly. I thought the O'Reilly MVP had a shot. He had a nice season. Verlander looks all right, though. All righty, everybody. It's time. It's time to get to the comments, and away we go. Tooch is in the house. Welcome. Yeah, a little late. I had a heckler. Actually, I think he follows you, Ant. Like, ask me if I buy points. Yeah, I buy points. Listen, just you come into the show and you hear me tell you to take the Jets 10 days ahead of time. +6. I'm not buying points. Justin, welcome. Thanks for hitting the like button. Ray Reddington's in the house. Jets money line, easy peasy. Yes, it was. We had the Jets. We like the Jets. James is in the house. Mark's here. Good morning. Richie P. Appreciate it, Richie. I'm on to my last free picks on weekends. Well, I don't know. I didn't even write down what I had with you yesterday or on Saturday. Here's the thing when you give out the free picks, Tooch. It's tough, right? I mean, my free picks in here for football, they're bad. We're 12 and 14. And overall, 41-22. I give out the wrong one. What am I going to do? It happens. That's what we say, picking and choosing. It's tough. I like 3 games. I'm going to go bet 1. Yeah, you go 0-1, the other ones both win, and then you're screwed. Money management, you can bet them all. Over Chiefs game. I'm with you on the over, and the premium one is up, Dave. Go get it. You can buy it for $34.99 or get a whole week for $31.20. Like most people, you'll probably buy just the daily pick. Yeah, I think I like the over. So you want to do all kinds of crazy. So Kelsey anytime. Juju. Mahomes over Carr in passing yards. I like it. Why not? I think it's over. Buck pulling out the old. You got some foreign substance on you. What are you going to do? You're getting one hit.
No, he had a point because they were bringing up different spin rates and all that stuff, and they were up a lot from him in the regular season. Like his curveball was normally like 2,000 revolutions. It was up to 2,500 in that game.
Here come the Met fans.
No. He was just bringing. They brought up numbers, and the fact that his fastball had more revolutions, his curveball had more revolutions. I understand where Buck was coming from. Yeah, it showed desperation. What happens when you get one freaking hit?
Well, I mean, seriously, you're getting one hit. It's like, you know what? Maybe, who cares? Or maybe even if he has nothing, maybe he just gets rattled because he's pissed off and starts overthrowing.
And then you just you walled him up even more, and he continued to pull that against you. So
the guy had a good season anyway, Mushroom. I mean, he had it like most pitchers, I should say, with the exception of I think Verlander, who didn't have any kind of bumpy stuff. Most guys were dominant, then they have like 2 or 3 bad starts. You're like, oh boy, is this the regression coming? And then they got better. He had a great overall season, Musgrove. Fabulous season. I mean, come on, I know it was kind of like a dead ball kind of season. Yeah, you saw a lot of kind of sub ERAs, and we talk about Johnny Cueto had a nice season, just stuff like that. But you're getting one hit. What are you doing? Why don't you do some check your bats? Do a little spell. Chiefs send you over like the Hornets. Here we go. Basketball? We're talking basketball? Come on. You know, I'm definitely not talking preseason basketball. Never in doubt, Dallas. Never in doubt. We said it last week. We said it last week. It's just and I know they fired Rule, and the line is still a 10
like
here?
9.5, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 9.5, 10.
Rams.
I kind of want to take Carolina's just terrible.
Yeah, they are. They're bad.
Terrible.
But yes, Cowboys plus 5.5 and plus 200 on the money line, both up on the site for us yesterday.
They play defense, and I said this coming to the show. You play defense, you got a shot in this league when you have a guy who's disruptive, and you got two good defensive players on that team. Another under next week in this Dallas-Philly game. I can't bet against Houston Mahomes. I mean, it's tough. I mean, they've owned the Raiders. I mean, the last two times they played, they dropped 40 plus on them. Listen, Damon, you know it's preseason. I can't do preseason. I'm sorry. Don, welcome. Mets shenanigans. Listen, even before the series, I said to Tim, I said, I don't know. I think the Padres they're really not getting a chance here. Everybody just thinks Scherzer and DeGrom are just come in and mow them down. It's the Mets, Dodgers. The bottom line is one team's going to come home. Everybody's going to have a disappointing year. If Houston or the Dodgers lose, is it a disappointing season for them? Right? How about the Braves, defending champs, clicking on all cylinders? Is it disappointing for them? At least they got the World Series from last year. But really, the Mets, Dodgers, and Houston, and we could argue about the Mets, but they were whatever happened down the stretch, whether Scherzer was banged up a little bit or tired or sore, DeGrom, whatever. The season was a great season for them. That's why they were kind of up there with the Dodgers and Astros to win a World Series. That's the favorites. Two of the three World Series favorites are not winning. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to really kick the Mets back. And they had a bad September. They collapsed. Pitching failed, and they stopped hitting. James, I don't know what you're laughing at. The Mets talk here. Mets choked the whole second. Not the entire second half. September came around. They had easy schedule, and then, and I say this all the time, you just can't turn things on. I talk about it in NBA playoffs. How you're blowing games to the A's. I mean, then it's let's play a good team. You play Atlanta, you get swept. That's in their heads. They're not going to tell you it's in the back of their heads. It is. Dallas Jets, Vikings, Eagles. Who would have thought? Winning yesterday? You think? I mean, the Vikings were a fave. The Eagles were a fave. I don't know. The Niners were a fave. We got the Niners at 3 on look ahead lines. It was 6.5 by game time.
Who would have thought Vikings, Eagles, and Niners all like minus 200 plus would all win? I mean, wow, who would have thought about that one? Crazy.
The Jets line from a 6.5 to a 3. No way they had a shot at winning. I mean, come on, James. You being serious here?
By the way, Jets and Giants are both over 500. I had to look it up. Week 9 of 2015 was the last time both teams were over 500.
Yeesh.
I had to look it up. That's
been
crazy.
A while. Yeah, Dallas plays defense. Exactly. It's this old Super Bowl hangover kind of stuff, man. And Stafford, we can talk what we want about Stafford. I joke about him, call him, Pat Stanford, Stats Patford, Matt Statsford.
It's Pack the Stafford.
I mean, the guy was on Detroit. He just filled it up versus bad teams. Now, last year, everything went right on that team for the Rams, and that's how you win. Things go right? I mean, you gotta pick a Jimmy Garoppolo at the end of the game, a game you were losing again. And again, it's not Garoppolo's fault. Let's look at the coach there who's lost Super Bowls. Let's talk about Shanahan. We'll talk about him with the Falcons blowing leads and the 49ers to the Chiefs blowing leads, and again blowing leads in the fourth quarter in the championship games to the Rams. Things got to go right. This year, they're not going right. This is not a good team. Niners, NFC Championship game again. They're playing. Oh, they're playing is what I'm saying. Oh, I got you. Oh, playing well? Well, again, I mean, I see this. The Niners playing well don't shock me because they have a Super Bowl quarterback leading them now, not some crappy rookie. So that's not a shock to me. That's why the Super Bowl odds got shorter when he came in instead of the garbage guy who people fell in love with for whatever reason they fell in love with. I don't like to say the guy's name. They should be looking to trade him. Dallas is the surprising one here for me because I said beginning of the year, their offensive line in shambles. No Gallup to start the season. They were going to be in trouble. And then that goes down. I thought my under Cowboys was looking great. Yeah, now, I mean, it could be a 13-win team for all I know. The Jets, even the Jets, I'm not surprised with. I mean, I liked the coach. I thought the defense would be improved. They brought in some offensive guys around the quarterback. He got hurt. Whatever. I mean, so that's not shocking. The Vikings, I thought, would win the NFC North. Not shocking. The Eagles, it was all about if Hurts was take a step forward. I mean, I wasn't as high as everybody else on Philly. I mean, I had the Lions week 1 against them, miracle cover. But I've been on Philly since. Because the defense, again, that's you could make the play and make a stop. I mean, who did you like this year, James? I mean, like, come on, these are all these teams I thought would be okay. Dallas is the worst one of the bunch because I thought their offensive line and wide receiver play the first month of the year would sack them, and they'd be sitting with maybe 1 win here. Raiders on the over 51.5. Brendan's like in the 7.5. Listen, you're grabbing the hook. I understand. I mean, over for me. Over in the chat. Dallas plays good defense. Yeah. I mean, Quinn's done a great job with that defense the last 2 years. Fabulous. Won't be shocked he's looking for somebody will throw him another coaching job next year. Dallas and the points over the Eagles. Yeah. I mean, we grabbed Dallas yesterday and look at lines. What do you got Dallas at a +6 and under 45.5. And if Dak's playing, the line's probably going to come down a little bit. Definitely under, though. Yes, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's just. I would say Dodgers should be World Series or bust. When you pay that much money and you win 110, it's all nothing. Listen, come on. You have a great team, and you've had a great team for a couple of years. Get to the World Series. I mean, you're going to run into buzzsaws. You're going to lose a championship game. I get it. Listen, I'm a Yankee guy. You don't think I know all about it's win or bust, which is it's an impossible thing to live up to. But the Astros, the Yanks 100 games this year too, or no, they didn't get to 100. Who the 100? The Mets, the Braves, Mets, Braves,
Dodgers, and Astros.
One of those teams is winning. 3 teams are going home with 100 wins. That's tough, man. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Nah, there could be a team that without 100 wins that could win it.
I don't know about that. Who do you got winning it? The Phillies? What are you talking about?
Guardians have a chance.
Cleveland maybe with their pitching. I don't know. I still think Houston and I thought
if the Padres get by the Dodgers somehow, I think the Padres have a chance to beat whoever comes out of the East.
That could. I mean, it's tough taking up the Padres, and the Dodgers have just absolutely owned them.
Oh, that's why I said if they get by them. I don't think they get by them.
I mean, Dallas the worst. What do you mean the worst? They're not the worst. Out of that group, yeah, I thought Dallas was going to have the worst to start the year. Rich, I said this. You've heard me say this before. Coming into the regular season, they were down 2, 3 offensive linemen. They had 1 wide receiver on the roster. Gallup wasn't healthy. Really? That's what we were gonna put our eggs in that basket. That Zeke was going to be great behind a refurbished offensive line. Come on, man. Come on. If you're down, be a fair fan. I'm a fair fan here. I'll give a reasonable assessment of my clubs. Already bet Penn State. I got them at 7.5. At 6.5. Like the under there too, Eric. There's a lot of head injuries. You heard anyone on the Detroit Lion who collapsed because his neck got twisted? Oh, I didn't even know. Who got hurt on the Lions? I mean, I think now they're just focused on that because Tua looked like a pretzel on the field. So now anything is going to be overlooked at. I mean, these guys want to play. Michigan, Penn State. I like Penn State and the under. Exactly. And that's I mean, Dallas won. They won. Their quarterback didn't throw for 100 yards yesterday, and they win a game on the road by basically double digits. I mean, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. In a league now where you throw the ball downfield and there's a probably better than 50-50 shot you're going to get a pass interference call. The guys haven't thrown for 100 yards. Ridiculous. Michael, good morning. To Cleveland for the series. I didn't bet the Cleveland for the series because as much as I got Cleveland tomorrow, if they lose, and I can get a better number on the series price. You know? I'll take my shot there. Took him off in him. I have not heard anything on him. Not heard. I'm trying to see if anything on Twitter. I'm typing his name in. Let's see what it says here. The latest. That was an encouraging update 2 hours ago. This is all we have from a day ago. I mean, everything's just like. Oh, here we go. Minor injury, out of the hospital, has full range of motion. Might be playing in soon. All right, so he seems to be all right. That's good. Tennessee, yeah. So Tim wants to jump in on the Vols money line here. I can't say no if you want to sprinkle some money line. I mean, take the points. Absolutely.
Well, the thing is, do we know if Bryce Wilson is playing? Not Bryce Wilson. Bryce Young is playing.
I don't think it matters. Even if he's playing. Well, so what? So you'll be in a shootout? So it'll be a shootout? I mean,
this is the big game because, hey, if Tennessee wins this game, they're fully in the top 20, in the top 4. Should be.
Yes.
This Tennessee team is legit.
I said they had LSU.
Like that.
They have LSU, Georgia, and Alabama all in a row, I believe.
Oh boy.
Right? I think
they have Alabama. They just beat LSU.
Yes.
Oh, they had Florida. They had Florida, LSU, Bama, UT Martin, whatever, Kentucky, Georgia.
All right, so they got a cupcake up next.
Which they should. Yeah, that's fine. You just went up against Alabama.
Yeah, and that's good. You should hopefully. I mean, I'll take the 40 points or whatever they're laying. I'll take Tennessee. I'll take Martin there. I'll take T Martin with the points.
I'll probably just
next week.
The under. Probably just take the under in that game.
And then you have Kentucky again. If they got the running back Levi there, that'll be a tough game. That's even though it's home. At least it's home for them.
Yeah.
And then Georgia. But again, you could be undefeated.
Going to Georgia is going to be tough.
I like the Vols. Hooker's a good quarterback, man, and the wide receiver crew is good.
But when it comes to the big question with Tennessee, if they lose to, let's see, it would be who's in their division? Georgia. If they lose to Alabama, if they lose to Alabama this week, but beat Georgia, could a one-loss Tennessee team make the Final Four?
No, because they can't leapfrog Alabama.
Even if they, a one-loss team would mean they beat Georgia, they make the SEC championship and beat Alabama there.
Who's ever in the SEC championship, both teams are going to make the playoffs. I mean, barring something where they have like 2 or 3 losses, that's the only way I don't see it.
Watch South Carolina end up making it, and it's just like, wow, South Carolina. No.
Spencer Rattler
Georgia's not losing.
I like the Vols. Mahomes over TD, yes. Plus, I mean, the guy throws like 3D passes. He throws like 3 a game, right? I mean, the guy's yes. Plus money too, Bill. Take it. Oy. Chip Kelly. And that's why I like Utah. I'm like, what has Chip Kelly done? And Utah destroyed these guys lately. They they look like they're definitely in the driver's seat there for a undefeated season, Cody. Yeah, big win, monster win. I couldn't believe that Utah defense just fell apart like that. Crazy. I don't think it matters. There'll be a shootout. Exactly. Yeah, Vols defense is not exactly super duper as well.
So over in Tennessee. Got it.
Definitely over. Yeah. Has that moved? What's that total at? I'm looking at it. I might do an over there myself. I mean, I got Bama. Excuse me, I got Tennessee. Might as well take the over as well.
65.5.
Yeah, that's a big number. Yeah, we're gonna see it though. Both guys are gonna get to 30. So.
Yep. I'm excited. I'll sit down and watch that game. That would be a game that I want to watch. And then right after that, go see ECU because they have a home game next week.
65.5. You know what? And everybody's on Tennessee right now too.
I don't care.
And it's at 7.5 too. It's like, oosh, take that Bama squad. Why does this look like a 45-38 Bama win or something like that? You know,
that would cover.
Breaking Vegas in the house. If the Vols beat Georgia, they have to beat Bama at least once to make it. Yeah,
that's correct. And they still have to run the table. Kentucky's not even like a pushover.
No. Nope. UCLA is like a good new defensive coordinator. Has been a difference. Yeah, like I said, I had Utah. I like the coach. I thought he's a better coach. I mean, he is a good coach. I can't really knock him. I just thought the defense, even against Florida on the road, it wasn't bad. It made plays. What do you do? Hats off to the Gators there. I just thought Utah, in the way they have owned UCLA the last few times they played. I mean, they were winning by 30 every game. What are you gonna do? Good win, UCLA. Yep. Everybody's gonna be on Tennessee. I got a feeling that's gonna be the old public dog of the week. Dr. for UCLA looks like DRT Robinson. Yeah, he's definitely looked pretty good. Well, people were high on him anyway. You know. I took Vegas plus the points here tonight, 7.5 versus the Chiefs. You know, here's the thing: is everyone's running take Vegas. I mean, what have you seen in Vegas? This is, I mean, at the beginning of the season, everybody was like, "Oh, Kansas City's going to be down. No Tyreek Hill." I mean, the coaches in the AFC West, that's automatically 3 games alone for the Chiefs in the win column, because you got 6 games first. Half of these games, these coaches could do something stupid. I mean, 7.5, it looks good. I don't know. Moneybags saying hello to Higgs and Roll. Good morning, Moneybags. Minnesota 6.5. Here we go. A Big Ten play against the Illini. How about this total, 38.5?
Illinois money line. Let's run it.
I'm gonna say, man, I kind of like Illinois a little bit.
Yeah. Why Minnesota, Eric? On the road.
I like Fleck. Is Illinois that just is it
Illinois
overrated?
Now?
I know. Are they considered overrated though?
No.
I mean,
it was their one loss. They've lost 1 game this year. Indiana. Other than that, they've looked solid. I mean, last game was ugly.
But they play ugly. I mean, listen, at Indiana 23-20. They beat Virginia 24-3. Chattanooga 31-0. Wisconsin 34-10, 9-6. It's not like they play kind of blowouts. Even Wyoming 38. How
about an under?
They're going to be in grinders. I think so. I mean, we've seen this, and I had Minnesota last week against Purdue. Purdue quarterback came back as well too. But you mentioned the under. Michigan State 34-7, 20-10 Purdue. You know, that's Illinois is going to bring that kind of defense. So definitely, but 38's like, I mean, can I get a 41 in that or something? You know, like as soon as it gets under that 40 mark, it's like, dude, you get a pick 6, you're playing a defensive team, maybe there's a turnover, a block, punt or something.
Maybe.
You know, Lex, a lot of class here. Class is in session. A lot of underdogs this year so far. Yeah, dogs are cashing at a 60% clip, 47 and 35, I believe. I saw my guy Dave Tooley tweet out. They'll beat Kentucky. Hopefully, they beat Kentucky. I mean, I like to see the Vols get back on the national stage. Love Mahomes over 279. Yeah, I like the over. So obviously, I'm thinking he's gonna have a big game. James says, "I hope not." What was that one for, James? Is this I don't know. Raiders +4. What's that? An all first half? That's gotta be the first half line. Trains like in Vegas. Why is everybody high in Vegas this year? I'm still trying to figure that out. It's like everybody running to bet Denver. Oh, the Broncos, Super Bowl contenders. A lot of comeback victories. I thought Vegas would be good with that Gruden. Look how they fell apart last year. Now, they didn't really fall apart, which was, I mean, they went to the playoffs. I mean, I don't know if you say they have this year's comeback victories. I've seen them grasp loss from victory. I mean, Chargers lose 24-19. Arizona game, how'd that one work out for you? You're partying in the third quarter, popping champagne, 29-23, loser in overtime. Tennessee last week, 24-22, 2 weeks ago, I should say. I mean, you let Denver score 23 points. We've seen Denver on national TV win a game 11-10 and lose a game 12-9. Forget about Monday Night Football, 17-16. You let that offense put up points. They were moving the ball on you. And we're going to run to take Vegas here against Mahomes, who dropped 40 in the last 2 games versus these guys. I mean, total's 51. I need 10 points from the Raiders because you're getting 44 from KC. KC first. That was a lean. James is saying lean. What's that? Unranked versus ranked. Mini unranked laying 6.5. Mini's unranked. Are they really at 5-1? No respect for the Big Ten.
4-1, yeah, they're 4-1.
No respect for the Big Ten. If that was that was an SEC team, if that's Mississippi State, what are they? 17th being ranked at 4-1, 5-1. Only scored 9 versus Iowa. They're going to run the ball. He's bringing old school Wisconsin back to Illinois. I like Markel Hardman. I like Merkel. I do. I'm hedging Alabama on a parlay. All right. Oh, boy, I got to bounce out. I got to bounce out here because I see we had some craziness happening in the chat. I see some craziness. Our little friends came back,
Hey,
it looks
those
like.
are your and Lonnie's biggest fans.
What channel were they on? The winning free pick page?
Most
Was
likely.
that from the
You don't see them on Max Wagers.
I wonder why I gotta roll out. Sometimes I'll do I'll do it later, I guess. I'm not gonna go block them. Am I on the over Monday Night Football game? Yes. Hold on. I missed. See, this is what happens here. Now we're all over the chat. I gotta roll over backwards because of the spam. Yes, Guardians tomorrow. We'll take Cleveland in game 1. I think we're gonna hold off on a series bet. Just because if they lose game 1, which is a possibility, obviously, I think we'll get a better. Not possibly. We'll definitely get a better line down 0-1 in the series. Where do you have North Carolina after beating Miami? Where are these guys going to go? Come on, they're not in. They're not going to any playoffs.
They're number 26.
Where are these guys going?
They're 25, and the coaches pulled 26 in AP because they have the highest amount of votes that didn't get in.
The Gasparilla Bad Boy Mowers Bowl. I mean, is that what we're talking about them?
Yeah, they're not doing anything.
Elliot, Padres money line was never in doubt. Where's everybody? Where's Ray? Ray was calling him the fraud race. There was a lot of Met love in the chat here. The fraud race. I think Minnesota's a bit overrated. Took Purdue when they played. I like Fleck, but man, I did not know Mini was not rated or ranked. And you know me, I might have to take Minnesota now. I mean, a full touchdown, basically. 6.5 might as well be a 10 on the road. I'm liking the Gophers. I'm liking the Gophers here. Yes, Cleveland. I'm on the over. Yes. All right, now I got to back in. Yeah, Raiders struggling KC. They do. I mean, Mahomes dropped 40 on them last 2 times they played.
They suck.
There you go. Basketball season, 30 days away.
They're a basketball school. They beat nobody this year.
26 days to college basketball.
They legit beat nobody, and everybody thought they were good. No, I had Georgia Tech plus 3.5 in money line. The Duke's not good. That's why they lost. I
know I was sticking my ball.
Good job.
I thought Tech off of the win because they beat Pitt, so I figured, you know what, Duke might be able to play there. I'm not. Listen, I had UCF laying 21 versus Georgia Tech. Maybe he cools down the hot seat. Maybe he cools the hot seat a bit. 7-point teaser tonight. Chiefs pick 'em and over 44. Well, you can't really go wrong with that. I mean, Chiefs could score 44 themselves. Why did Carolina go for 4th down on their own 10-yard line with 3 minutes left in the 4th? Killed the under. Because he knew he was getting fired, so if he just punted away, try to... Not on the winning free pick page. All right. We got to find out where they're at. It's got to be on the Max Wager page then. Got to be on Max Wager.
I'm pulling it up now.
West Virginia thoughts for Thursday. I kind of like Baylor here a little bit. And it's West Virginia off the bye week. All right, but leading rushers out for them. Who have you beaten? 65 versus Townsend, 33 versus Virginia Tech, who've beaten Wofford and Boston College. I mean, this is really a must-win game for Baylor if they want to be a bowl team. Right? They won the Big 12 last year. Last I checked. I mean, they have your ranked teams coming up: Kansas, K-State, TCU, Texas. You need a win. This is a must-win game for you. QB had a bad game last time out. 2 picks. And we've seen West Virginia versus the better teams: 38-20 loser, 55-22, 38-31. A 3. Again, I got killed on my 3s last week, midweek games. Am I going to bet this game? Probably not, but my lean here is Baylor in a really, really kind of must-win game for them if they want to go bowling. So I'll go -3 there. How about an under, maybe 55? How about an under? Do maybe an under there as well. Rodney Mets choke. Yeah, do the Mets choke or the other team beat them? I don't think that. I mean, let's say the Mets choked when they lost the division. That's choking. Playoffs, they just got beat. They weren't winning in these games. It's not like they were up 5. Toronto chokes. You're up 8-1. That's a choke job. The Mets weren't even. The road team took a lead and they were behind from the jump. So I'm not calling it a choke. They got beat. They choked in September when they could have padded stats and beat up bad teams, but they're like, we're gonna kind of do what I don't even know what they're doing. I have no idea. They weren't winning whatever they're doing. They fell out of top 25 after Purdue lost. Again, 6.5 though. That's craziness. Vegas begging you to hammer the Illini. I agree. It's not like it's a 3. We're talking 6.5. I mean, the running back's still playing for Minnesota, right? Maryland, 10-point fave on the road for the Terpies. Who are they playing? Rutgers? Yeah, are they at Rutgers? Who are the Terps playing? At Indiana. Eesh. What is this game about? I don't know. That one did not make my opening number cut for sure. Lock it in with the king in the house. Lean on Braves run line, Houston run line. I thought about Braves run line, but you know what? They've actually kind of hit and fried a little bit. I'm looking at maybe Phillies in the over in that game. Phillies playing Listen, you're down 1-0, whatever it was, 1-0, 2-0, top 9 with 2 outs. You rally like that? Oh, they're feeling good. They're feeling unbeatable right now, and it's against a guy who they've hit a little bit. I don't know. I bet Seattle plus 2.25 on Sunday. So excited for Wednesday because it's Wing Day. Hopefully it's wings. Or is it hockey? Is it hockey starting too? Who makes a Thursday night schedule? Washington and Chicago. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. It's terrible.
No. Amazon knew what they're getting into. They got their Kansas City and the Chargers. And then when they asked for the rest of the schedule, they picked up a piece of dog poop and handed it to them. That's what it is. These are garbage games. They're the games that nobody wants to watch on a Sunday. So they go, we're going to make them on a Thursday and you're going to watch them. We're going to give you a 12-9 overtime game between the Broncos and the Colts. Here you go.
I mean, and the week after that, you have Saints, Arizona.
Gross. Cool. Arizona money line.
Baltimore at Tampa Bay is not too bad, I guess.
That's not bad.
Philly, Houston.
Garbage. Or should be blow up.
How about this one? Atlanta, Carolina.
Gross. Under. Okay.
Tennessee, Green Bay. Bad.
Because of Tennessee, bad.
And then Thanksgiving, you got Buffalo, Detroit, Giants, Dallas.
That's Thanksgiving. That's fine.
Oh, my goodness. Look at these games. Buffalo, New England. I mean, even that's like, I mean, Buffalo probably beat these guys 38-10.
Yeah.
Vegas, Rams.
Garbage.
Trash. San Fran, Seattle. I mean, San Fran might be going for 14 win. I mean, at that point, who knows where Seattle will be? I can't. You know what? I'm not going to say that about Seattle.
They're all
Geno's
elite.
They're putting up 20. They're making shootouts, so that'll be a fun game probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Jaguars, Jets.
Oh, Jets money line. Let's run it. The Jets are fighting for that playoff spot.
Dallas at Tennessee.
Garbage.
And then Arizona, San Fran.
That should be good.
Last game of the year.
I'm all right.
Thursday. That's your last Thursday night game.
Yeah.
I wanted them to miss the field goal. I wanted them to make the field goal because I needed the Eagles by 4.5.
I was happy with the Cardinals plus 5.5 for me.
Philadelphia let me down. Hockey on Wednesday. Still live in your survival pools. Getting tough at college. Yes. Survival pools are tough. Going to have to pick a few scrubs sooner or later. That's always the case. Guardians Nerfy. Yeah. I mean, the pitching stat's great. Do another Nerfy this week. I'm all for Nerfies. I don't bet Nerfies because I don't like laying the numbers there. I mean, if the Nerfies were minus 105, wonderful. I'd be betting them like I bet baseball unders. And it's playoff baseball. There should be a Nerfies. Could parlay more than 4 hockey games. Oh my goodness. Sorry to give him a Braves problem. Yes, he has. I think they can.
Can they both lose? I'm going to be the one in the stand. Can both teams lose?
Which team winning the World Series would upset you even more? Got to be the Phillies.
No, I'd rather the Phillies than the Braves.
Really? You don't want the Braves to repeat?
I do not want to hear from the Brave fans anymore. I'm done with them. I want to see the Phillies sweep. I'd much rather hear from the Philly fans this year.
Someone posted like all the guys locked up on Atlanta for the next like 3 years or so, 4 years.
Atlanta's going to be a pain in the ass the next couple of years. That they're going to be
a pain. No, yeah, they're not going to be a pain. They're going to be the best team in the division because you got your wagon hooked up to a 40-year-old pitcher, Max Scherzer, with arm problems, and DeGrom, who's going to be pitching for the Braves. He's going to be the 4th starter on the Braves next year, making $25 million.
Yep. Yeah. I already mentioned to you this. DeGrom gone, Diaz gone, Nimmo gone, Bassett gone, bullpen gone. We'll win 60 games next year and be irrelevant again. That's fine. We had our one shot. We had our one shot this year. We'll sign Judge. That's fine. And then instead of 60 wins, we'll get 65. No, the Mets are going to suck next year. This was our one opportunity, and it's gone.
He's gonna hit 38 homers at 129 games. It's gonna be a sad year for whatever team he's on.
No, he hits what was it, 62 this year? No, if the Mets sign him, he'll tear an ACL second week of the year and he'll be out the season. Goodbye everything.
Preseason he's got a hammy in spring training. He's slow out the gate. He's got 12 home runs in July.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know if I go money line. I mean, if you want to sprinkle some money line on the Jets, I'm not gonna say no to it. I mean, I bet the Jets. I said this the other day. Jets were at 10. I said, what do we do with Green Bay? Both teams play a little defense. Green Bay plays down to teams. They're not blowing teams out.
And the Jets look good. They have good. Their defense looks good. It's down to a 7.
Yeah,
the Jets down to a 7.
Yeah. Well, again, for those watching, we told you last week take the Jets at +6 on Friday. We said the other day lines came out Wednesday. Jets were +9.5, +10. I said take the Jets against Green Bay. No matter how trash people watching, but yeah, because people are absolute flat out degenerates. But Philadelphia, yeah, that's what I'm a Cowboy fan. I got to call him that. You know, Young Shard's in the house. How you been, fella? Good to see you. I want to. Oh, why I didn't want OT. Hurts. You know what? So again, I'm biased. I took Philly yesterday, just like I took Green Bay. A couple of my losers. And your team gets up early. It's 17, whatever it is. Green Bay's up 17-7 or whatever they were up 17. I don't even know what it was, 17-3. Philly's up 14 on the second, and it's like, well, you know you're in trouble when you can't just punch in something late and kind of extend leads. It comes back to bite you in the ass. And that's just for those 2 games that I know I lost on. I mean, I never think of the ones that I'm sure there's games that I won that didn't happen. But the ones you lose, you see that and you're like, what's going on here? What's going on? Although my guy Anthony pounded. I don't know if he's still in the chat. We're doing a show on Saturday morning before midday morning with Tooch on the on the bar room for the Bears. And he brought up a good point. He's like, these London games, they're just going to be competitive. So, and you've seen it. It's like some kind of blowout happening, or it's not fun, and then late third quarter, fourth, it's a game. Because he's right. The NFL wants a team over there for whatever reason. They want a team in London to just piss off everybody here in America. And those games are competitive because they want people to be like, oh, this is good stuff. They're going to put a team over there. And, it's like Jacksonville. Like, Jacksonville's the team that's supposed to go over there, right? Their owner's like, oh, they want to go to London all the time. You're going to put a crap team over there, and teams are going to fly over there and beat the piss out of them. I don't care if it's a home field advantage. Teams are going to go over there and beat that team. It's just that simple. That'll always be a 500 team, never going to the playoffs. The good news is that no team's going over there on a playoff trip. So that's the only good thing. CFL? We're talking Canadian football?
Nick's on Ottawa today for, what is it, Canadian Thanksgiving?
Is this the Rough Riders?
Red Blacks. Ottawa Red Blacks.
Who are the Rough Riders?
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan?
Yeah.
No. Thought it was DMX Rough Riders.
No. By the way,
do you know who that is? You probably don't even know who that is.
I do not. There was an ESPN announcement. The Philadelphia Phillies no longer consider Rob Thompson an interim head coach or an interim manager. They have signed him to a 2-year deal.
Really? Man, why not take it to the playoffs and a first-round win? You got to. Why not ride it out?
Yeah, why not?
Richie's laughing at me. I don't even know what. I probably said something funny. Taking the Rangers. The New York Rangers? Because the Texas Rangers aren't playing anymore.
Yeah, Rangers tomorrow night. They're against Tampa, I believe.
Is that a real game or a postseason?
A regular season game.
Regular season?
Yep. 2 games tomorrow.
Player props. Yes, we got player props. Let me pop them up for you here. I do got some props today. Devontae anytime, Merkel anytime, and Kelsey 2 or more. Now, Hilaire and Kelsey TDs are like minus money. I'm not doing that. That's why I throw the Merkel up there. And I thought about maybe a Waller. He was a little but this is where we're at. those are my player props for today. I'll leave them up for a second longer for you there, and then we'll go back to the chat. Atlanta stacked. They have great contracts. Yeah. And yeah, the Acuna contract is a steal for them. Yeah, Austin Riley, he's a stud. I like him. It's just they're good. It's like a mid-90 version, and they already got a World Series. That mid-90 great team had trouble closing things out. Probably gonna play KC in the over. Can't go wrong. Will Renfro be playing tonight for Houston? Fumble Renfro? I do not know. Brees Hall is legit, and he's not giving C days away to Carter. Hall does all the work, and Carter walks in for a 1-yard TD. Listen, this is why, the fantasy stuff for me, I don't. I bet Iowa State plus 16 at Texas.
Why not? Texas off of the Red River rivalry game.
Boy, Oklahoma.
I don't hate it.
And obviously the Oklahoma quarterback's going to be back for this game, I'm guessing, which is why they're a touchdown favorite here, right? I mean, I'll take a 16.5. How do you not? I mean, I know they don't score, but they play some defense. They play defense. I like it, Randy. First half under, and the Raiders. Oh, young Char, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't give your money away. Stop. NBA, definitely. I mean, NBA, especially NBA preseason. Like, I'm going to run in here and be like, we're betting NBA preseason. These guys don't play in the regular season. I'm going to bet preseason. We got NBA lines. I wrote them down like 2 weeks ago. So we start up next week. I want to see how these lines all moved. Probably going to take Philadelphia in game 1 versus Boston. It was +5. Young Charge, you're welcome. Open a cash for us. Open a cash. Yeah, we need to exactly. It's like Tooch and Ant. We were talking about it, and Ant was like, "Listen, they want a close product out there because they want fans. They want the ratings, whatever out there. They and he's right. I mean, like even the Minnesota game week before that, ridiculous, right? The Minnesota kicking field goals from the 12-yard line, just ridiculous nonsense game. Should never have been as close as that was. And here we go. Same thing. Now, listen, we joke about being fixed and stuff like that. We've seen the pack. I'm just blocking the chat people off the Winfrey Pick page. We've seen them against the Patriots come out, right? They take a lead there. Patriots battle back, ugly game. The Bears game, right? You could put up more points. They're not putting up points. And I really thought by now, I mean, we're a month into the season. You'd think that he'd be a little bit on the same page with some of these receivers and making things work. But and not only that, I like the running back for the Packers. I think the defense is all right. You're going to let that. You knew it was all going to be Barkley time, right? I mean, what do you? Listen, I'm bitter. It's a loss. That's why I always say you got to move on. Don't worry about things like that. But tough one. Raiders money line. Here we go. Michael. Raiders money line. And I can't even really knock you if it loses. I'm not going to say anything. But if it wins, you'll get your props. New York Rangers. I know, Quackers. I'm just making jokes. No Hunter Renfroe. No Hunter Renfroe. Does they even make a difference? Yeah, I know. Well, he's young. Tim's young, and he moved out of New York. Yeah, TMX. Young Shard. Doug Shard knows. This is preseason is roulette. Seriously. NBA for me, and again, we pick at 2 spots NBA regular season, and I'll try to do more NBA. I know I said this last year. I'll try to throw a picks in the chat here. But let's be honest. When you're hitting 65% of NFL and I had 55% college football, look at people will mock me like, "Oh, I could do better than that." All right, we'll do better. I'm still making money. And then I have college basketball starting up in less than a month. Why am I running a bet NBA? A spot where I'm not gonna lie, like historically, it's always tough for me. Like occasionally, I'll have like a decent season, and decent, I mean, I'll be happy with like a 55%, like a winning season. It's a nice season for me. I can't do NBA preseason, man. It's no way. Especially, and in the regular season, there's 3 sports going on that I'm making money in. Why am I going to run to something that I don't even like? Oh, we got to wrap it up. It's time to go. I got to get out of here. My show's over.
Oh, yeah, it's 1 o'clock. Sorry.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm going to get out of here. See everybody tomorrow. Detroit Lenny, Allie Burns up next.